Hello farmers, and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. Just keeping an eye on our JCB planting in some green beans, and I'm thinking it's going to need some seed here before it's done, so we'll have to hop in there and bring it on down and top it all off so we can finish up this little job here. Hello Farmable, Andy, Adam, John, Bob, and Mr. Whitfield. A fabulous Friday, and hello to all you lurkers as well. Did you check on the mod hub today? Because, man, I think Giants is trying to get caught up on their mods, because I think they released somewhere around 50 mods today. 50 mods, at least. And yes, there is a map that got released today as well. And that map does look pretty good by the, well, at least by the screenshots that I saw. Something I'm going to have to check out later on. Well, maybe not today. I don't think I'll have time today, but maybe over the weekend. And a map is something I need to be looking at because, yeah, this is going to be the last season here for us on Riverbend Springs. And then we're going to have to move on to a new map. At least that's the plan. I know a few of you may be wondering, well, what about the update they've been announcing? And I think they said yesterday patch 1.5 will be coming out next week, so I'm guessing midweek next week, mostly for bug fixes. As for, you know, I kind of been talking a little bit about maybe the fishery in the middle of this map. I'm not really seeing anything about that, so, you know, who knows. Hello, Skender. Fabulous Friday to you. So, as for our fields here in April, well, we're getting pretty much caught up. We just got to finish up this green bean field. I'm letting Frank, or whoever, not sure who's in here. Let's scroll in. Yeah, we'll call that Frank. We'll call him Frank today. Frank is going to get done with these last 28 liters of seed that he has. And I'll have to head on down to the main farm to top this off. And then once we get this field done, maybe speed up time just a little bit. Keeping the eye on the price of fabric. Oh, you're getting ready to do the headlands, are you? Well, you go ahead and start doing the headlands. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the price for the fabric. That needs to be sold sometime today. And yeah, we should get somewhere around 80,000 for all the fabric that we have. We're not going to put anything more into the wagon builder. Since this is our last season, the wagon builder has more than enough to make a few wagons. And since it takes so long to make wagons, we don't actually have to deliver anything to the wagon builder. That's good to go. So all the fabric will be sold straight up as the rain arrives, which is not what you want to be doing as you're planting. All right, and our worker, I'm just going to dismiss the worker. They're pretty much done. Tank's empty. No, you're done. Just zip it. If I drop that off, and then I got to get onto this side here, and then we'll finish up this field ourselves. No sense of hiring a worker. I reinstalled, downloaded FS25 again. Were you having issues? May will be kind of a busy month for us. We'll have to take care of some... Wait, am I going to take care of any weeds? No, I don't think we'll have to take care of any weeds. The rice field should not have weeds in it. And our veggie fields up here will not have any weeds into it because we plow those every season. But we will have to fertilize the green bean field, but our grass field will be ready for making the hay. TGIF, for those with normal jobs, I would say. Hello, Jason. A fabulous Friday to you. Thanks for dropping on in. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll fill up with that. Doesn't matter. Get the seed. And somewhere... There we go. We'll get the fertilizer. Alright, let's get back up there and finish up this green bean field. I'll turn my beacons on. I know some people like to have to see me with the beacons on when traveling up and down the road. But yeah, a lot of mods dropped on the mod hub today. A lot of sheds. Like I said, there was a map that came out as well. A whole bunch of stuff. Kind of happy we got to move on from this map, but whatever it is, I think you will find a cool one for us. I mean, at some point we gotta leave here, and yeah, I mean, other than just buying more fields just to give us the same amount of work, it's just going to get repetitive with nothing to build towards. I mean, yeah, I know some people said there's other productions we can do, but why not just do the other productions on a new map? That's the way I'm looking at it. I probably shouldn't be planting in the rain, but we're going to pretend the soil is not really that wet, so not going to worry about it. Oh, wait. I mean, it would be good if I actually unfolded the planter before I tried to hook up to it. There we go. All right, let's complete this green bean field. Hello, Vitamin Protein. Welcome. Hope your Friday has been well. Your saves won't load unless you clear the shader cache. Then when I save, exit the game, can't reload the save games. That's kind of weird. You may actually have conflicting mods. I mean, if you downloaded any mods recently, you may actually have two mods that are conflicting with each other. And that's why it won't load. So when it says your game, when you're saying your game won't load, you know what percentage your game is it getting stuck on? And then is the game crashing? So if it's anywhere from like... say your game uploads and gets stuck between 20% and like 65%, that is usually where your mods are loading in. So if it's getting stuck there, you might have conflicting mods. And then another thing that could be an issue, if you updated your graphics card recently, this happened to me a while ago on FS22. It was actually my new update to the graphics card, which would not load Farming Simulator 22. So there's a couple things to look at. So yes, this will be our last season on Riverbend Springs. Like I said, the only thing that would keep me here is if when the update comes out, which now they're saying next week, if that fish hatchery in the center of the map somehow is interesting enough to keep us here. But this weekend, definitely going to be looking at a few maps. I've actually looked at a couple maps that are not on the mod hub. Been going to my other Discord channels for modders and content creators and seeing what maps have been posted. I've asked a couple of people like any really interesting maps out there, and I have a couple of ones we could go to. I would kind of prefer to get a map that's on the mod hub just to make it easier to say, hey, it's on the mod hub, go here. And I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to do on the next live stream series that we do, but I guess all it comes down to the map itself. The map will sometimes lead you in a direction like, hey, we should do this. But I don't think we'll be starting with $5 million and a $5 million loan. We may just start with the basic stuff and work our way up. But I'm going to really kind of try to stay focused on doing what we need to do here on Riverbend Springs. Can't forget that, I'm running a farm here, so we gotta just keep on going on. With the money that we have, we're going to have a lot of money really by the time we leave here. But we are going to be spending like or pretty close to $600,000 on the forage harvester and the header for doing poplar. So that's where some of the money is going to go. That's right, we don't have a loan, so don't have to repay back any loan. We have updated a lot of the equipment, but since this is our last year, don't think we'll be selling any other equipment that we have, just upgrade it for one season. Although I've kind of done that a little bit already. But that was before the vote yesterday. And that's right, we did vote on to either stay here longer or to leave. And I think the vote was like 65%, so 2 out of 3 people said, yeah, it's time to leave. So we'll start a new adventure somewhere. It's going to be fun. It's just like every series I feel like I've done recently. Every time I say, oh, it's time to leave and go on elsewhere, there's a few people like, no, I'm really enjoying the map. But you know what? We'll see what the next map brings, and you may enjoy that even more so. Let's see, so I got the north end of this field and then the west side, and this field would be set until next month before we double fertilize it. Bob, one thing you can try is just start a fresh map with no mods on it. Just go ahead and create a new save file with a base game map, no mods, and see if the game loads. That'll be the next thing to do. Just create a new save file on an empty spot. Deactivate all mods and start game, and just see if it loads. Now, if that loads, then it sounds like I hate to say you got a corrupted save file, or you got an updated mod or mods that are conflicting with one another. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? Yeah, looks like the update, they pushed it back until, well, I don't say they pushed it back. It's not like they ever really announced a date, but they did post yesterday that the update will be sometime next week, but time will tell. Hello, Kitty. A good Friday to you. I have a lot of green beans this year. So the plan is, I guess at some point, maybe get to at least January, where we sell the wood chips, and by then, I would assume the cannery will have gone through all the veggies as well. Shane, we didn't pick a map yesterday. We were just voting on to either stay or to leave. Because I really don't have any other goals to do here on Riverbend. I mean, as most know, the grain elevator and the pirate ship are done. We have sold toys, a lot of toys from the toy maker. We sold our first wagon yesterday as well. The loan is paid off. And I got a lot of production buildings already, so adding more productions to the list. Yeah, I'd just rather save those, as I keep saying, for whatever next map we go to. Hello, North. Welcome. So today we'll probably get at least to the barley harvest in June. So I mean, if we keep going at this rate, sometime like on Tuesday or Wednesday, we could be on a new map. So I picked up playing Volume again. Is that because you were watching me play Aloft and you were mentioning it there, and it's like, you know what? I need to get back into that game. I think I'm leaving a little tiny strip. So I'll have to get that, or else that will annoy me. And I also may start my recorded series next week as well. Well, wasn't you, Branding Iron, that asked me it when I was playing Aloft if I played that game or not? I thought it was you that asked me that question, if I played that game. in my last stream of a loft. What day was that? Wednesday? Tuesday? Whatever day it was. So also, when I get to the fall time, I'm still going to farm here as if we'll be here for another year or season or two. So I'm not going to just say, well, let's not plant barley in the fall. We'll plant barley in the fall because, like I said, who knows? We may come back here. I know I say that quite a bit on a lot of my series. But I don't want to not do things, and if I do come back here, it's like, well, I didn't plant this last fall. Now I got to do this and that. So I think it's just better off if we keep on farming as we're going to be here further on. Did I have a good breakfast? Chili again. I'm not much of a breakfast type of person where it's got to be breakfast food. So a little bit of chili to get me through. I really got to be up for like 4 or 5 hours before my appetite kicks in. And the problem is, by the time I start streaming, it hasn't been that long yet. So I did have something this morning. And we'll drop that off there. Let's park the JCB there. Yeah, so let's keep our eye on that fabric price. Fabric, looking right at it probably. 51.28, so it's almost getting there. I do believe... Yes, the truck is here. Is any of it going to spawn? Yes, we actually got more fabric in there. And actually, a third one's ready to come out. Let's speed up time even more. Waiting for the price to go up. There we go. And I do have some at the wagon builder as well. We're going to go pick those up. $13,000 liters of fabric. Hello, Samuel. Welcome. So pretty soon we'll be up to almost $500,000 in the bank account. But like I said, I do have something that we are going to purchase. I don't know if it'll be today or not. But definitely it'll be when the popular is ready. Yep, I'm going to grab these. All right, how's that fabric price looking? 5133, so it's almost at the best price. I'm actually going to use here. So we can sell fabric at the farmer's market. Not that's right, I don't own the tailor shop. So we could sell there as well, or the warehouse. Actually, before I really speed up time, I do remember I was checking on before the stream. The cows are getting low on food, so I don't want to speed up time too much. The shader cache shouldn't be what's causing your problem, Bob. Usually the shader cache is just going to be like flickering, will cause flickering graphics and such things like that. Usually it's not going to not let the game load up. We got more rain in the forecast. Rain better than hail. Hello, Thomas. A fabulous Friday to you. Straw, hay. Yes, we want some hay. 6 bales sound good. Just shove them all in there. Clamp them down. Oh, I do got wool to bring up to the spinnery, but don't think that's going to matter that much more, honestly, since we're selling them today. We won't sell fabric again till, well, whenever next April would be, but we don't plan on being here that long. I would just say, Bob, if your files are still not loading up, you may not have added any mods recently, but did you update any mods recently? These bales need to be closer to the trigger. That should be good. Let's jump back into our flatbed. And we'll keep our eye on the prize here. So the warehouse is offering a better price than it says it should be. $51.34. That price is actually going down at the warehouse. So we're just going to go sell it at the warehouse. It's the best price right now. All right, through the stop sign. take this left-hand turn. And then all the way down to the warehouse. For all I know, the Popular could be ready in May. I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be closer to like June or July again. I think 81,000 is what I expect. All right, so price did go up a little bit. 82,105. Alright, so the cows have been fed, fabric has been sold. All the fields are all set for the month. That's fine. I'll go this way. Alright. Yes, let's go to the house. Log cabin. I'll check the sale page just because. Well, there's a Mac Anthem truck on there, but we don't need that. Actually, I don't think there's anything I would want to buy on sale currently. I think, like I said, the only thing I want to buy is a forage harvester, and I think I'd just rather buy that brand new. We're going to have to cash for it, so... And raining first thing in the morning. Spring rain is basically what we have here. How long is it going to rain for? Somewhere until about 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my greenhouses. Well, what's my greenhouse looking like? Well, that's still running. Sawmill. Sawmill is filling up with stuff. I thought we just sold that stuff. Rope maker, playground, spinnery, wagon builder. Don't care. Cement factory. We'll visit that. Let's see. I'll speed up time so we can get past this rain. Hello, Skinny. Welcome. No dinner tonight, so tuna sandwich. Nothing wrong with a tuna sandwich. Actually, a tuna sandwich does sound pretty good right now. Get the stone in there. Alright, a couple things we can get working on, and that will be getting to the John Deere. And just scooch across and get this both green bean fields fertilized. I could, well... I really should be cutting the grass while it's raining out. But we'll get the engine fired up because, you know, it's a brand new engine. Should let it warm up before I really use it. Oh, we're up to 537, so we must have sold a toy overnight. Not making clothes? No, making clothes is not worth it. Not worth it at all. Okay, so officially the rain has stopped, so I'm going to get a worker to start cutting the grass. The poplar fields, let me just visit those. Oh no, it's not going to be this stream. It's got one more growth stage to go on these, so that's going to be a moment. Let's visit Skender at the sawmill. And yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff down here. Felt like we just sold this stuff in yesterday's stream, but here we are again. You know what? Since we have the money, and you know me, I don't like having money in the bank account, which sounds kind of weird. But I say we go ahead and buy the forage harvester. Let's go into the store. Let's see, what do we have in here? A lot of grass care stuff. Baler, wrapper. Actually, that's more for grapes and olive work. Forage harvester. So I think I'm basically going to go with, if I back up here, because the header we use for the poplar is a New Holland. I think we're just going to go ahead and get the New Holland forage harvester. So, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKTs, Y tires, Y tires too. Yeah, Y tires. Yeah, let's go with Y tires. 498,000 for this, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy that. So, there is that taken care of. Let me push all this stuff out of here. Toy maker. I think we delivered to that, so that should be good for a little while longer. Yeah, that's good. So everything will just be sold. Hello, Bose. Welcome. And then spin it sideways. Just going to throw the wood chips over here, because I think after selling the prefab walls, I'll get the wood chips out of here. And then everything else, we're just going to load up and sell it in one go. May just bring it all to the warehouse. But I will show in a moment, because the question was asked, not making clothing. Because on hard economy, we looked at this a while ago, but in case you didn't see that stream, I'll show you why I didn't buy the clothing. It's not as bad as taking wool to make rope. And push this all out. All right, so on the clothing, if we go to tailor shop, so you can see it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So for every 2 liters of fabric we put in, we get 1 liter of clothing. So what you got to do is look at the cost of fabric, see what fabric sells for, and clothing should sell for more than double of fabric because that's the ratio you're putting into. So then we go to fabric. Fabric sells for, at best price, we'll just say $5,100, $5,100. So clothing minimal should sell for $10,200, but you want it to sell for more to make a profit. And if we go to clothes sell for $10,900, so not that much more than double of fabric. And then if you think, well, it is a little bit more, so you make money, but if we visit this place, this does cost $240,000. It'll take forever for me to just get money back and break even on a clothing factory. So, yeah, you're not making hardly that much money making clothing from the fabric. At least on hard economy. That might be different on normal or easy. But, you know, just do some quick math. I mean, if you want to make clothing, you still can. It's fine. But that's why I'm not doing clothing. The money just isn't really there. Where is my semi? That is a good question. Up here. How much do I have in storage? I got a good amount in storage, so we're up here. Oh, maybe I should see. Hang on a second. I also need to see wood beams. Wood beam should go to the farmer's market. And then planks. Farmer's market's the worst. So planks really should go to the cooper. Planks long. Farmer's market. I think I'll just bring everything to the farmer's market. Getting to the point where I need a dedicated semi and trailer for all my productions. The trailer you can get that the tractors can pull just isn't big enough anymore. Yep, everyone gets to that point, right? Hello, Chad. Thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you're having a fabulous Friday. We will have another cotton harvest. Our cotton harvest will happen in November. So I planted it in March. So after we sell all this stuff, we'll buy the popular header for the forage harvester. How much more spinach do I have in here? 34,000. Need to get that put into here. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Come on, truck. Turn for me. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. A fabulous Friday to you as well. Didn't really get my planter underneath the shed all the way, did I? But we got room. That's a quick 62 grand. Has anyone heard about the in-game mods getting Universal Autoloader mod? Saw it on the mod list last week, but it's not there. Not really sure what you're asking there, Shane, but the Universal Autoloading mod will work on base game trailers if that's what you're asking. And I don't know if it's actually in testing or not because there is no Giants test list anymore. Unless you heard it directly from the modder themselves, they know when their mods are in testing or not. Hello, RC Mark. Welcome. Am I really faster than this red dump truck? Not really, but fast enough to make me want to just get beside it. Let's do the ATS thing where you just merge over and let them stop. They do it to us, I'll do it to them. So there is our cotton module harvester. Got a nice shed for it. Okay, I just want to grab the wood chips, please. Am I still on wood chips only? Yes. Is my John Deere still fertilizing? No, my John Deere is done. He needs to get over to the other green bean field. No, RC Mark, I'm streaming a loft tonight. Now, let's go grab those prefab walls. Actually, where are the prefab walls going? I didn't check on that. Warehouse looks good. Okay, we just want, well, I don't want the FPS in the upper left-hand corner. We don't need that. Make sure we just grab the prefab walls. I don't think I want to go 4 months in between selling stuff from the sawmill again. That was a lot to move yesterday. But it was fun to watch the money just keep on going up like it did. Saw my ATS video last night. Should go to Arizona next. I saw your comment. As I'm headed towards Maine, you say Arizona. I think I was in Arizona not long ago, actually. But it's been a long time since I've been to the Northeast. Alright, nice little 35 grand for this. Now I'm just going to grab everything else and bring up to the farmer's market. If I can get it all on the trailer, that'd be great. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in on a fabulous Friday. And once again, if you missed the beginning of the stream and have not checked, loads of mods came out today on the Mod Hub. Like over 50 mods. So, may want to check the Mod Hub. Alright, everything must go. Load it all up. Everything out of those bays. Doesn't hurt to go again. Well, as a trucker, that's what you do sometimes. But I'll keep Arizona in mind for ATS. But I got a couple more episodes before I get just up to Maine. Yeah, you can take some more. Alright, let's unload and reload again properly. Alright, that's everything out of the sawmill. Alright, International, pick a gear. Found that every 2 months seems to be the most optimal time for selling all production stuff. As long as the price doesn't fluctuate too much, yes. That's what I try to do. I try to pick the months where I don't have too much farming itself going on. So that's why I like selling in May. We just got like the grass field. Because when I get to June, we'll have the barley harvest going on. July is a good time to sell again because it should be kind of like an off month in some ways. Yep, not even checking the pricing anymore to see roughly how much we're going to get, because it's like, yep, we have enough. And it'll look good here in just a moment. But if I were to guess, let's see, we got about 20, 35, and it's going to be like 65, 70,000. That's probably not correct, but I'm just guessing. Hello, Jason. How you doing today? Fabulous Friday to you. Well, 72, 73, 74, almost $75,000 there. So that's pretty darn good. Let's go back into the store page, because we bought the forage harvester, but now we're going to buy the poplar harvester itself. Let's go ahead and buy that. And that still leaves me with $141,000 in the bank account, which is nice. Looks like the MacDon is done cutting our grass. Let's go ahead and get the John Deere fertilizing the other green bean field. And we'll start turning that grass over to hay. By the way, I do believe one of the mods dropped today was from Omatana. And I do believe she's got fermenting silos. Now, I do believe one of them is for taking grass into making hay. So if you're looking for something like that, that is on the mod hub. And her mods are usually for all platforms. Since I am done using the MacDon, hoeing, stone picking, looking for a mowing contract. Not just because it's like, oh, I want the money. I just, like, if it was a grass field across the road, it'd be like, yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut that grass. But this is a brand new MacDon. We sold our old one because I had like 45 hours on it or whatever, and the maintenance cost on it was getting more and more. Oh, yeah, for those... oh, my AgroStar's over there. For those who remember my Hills of Tuscany series, and I used that mod for breakdowns on tractors and such, I think that particular mod, or a similar one to it, is on the mod hub. I'm not going to use it here on Riverbend Springs because I don't want to introduce any more new mods here because if you want to count today's stream, we got maybe like 3 more streams here, and that's about it. 3 or 4. So I don't want to introduce anything onto this series. So that could be a mod I gotta check out and see if I want to use elsewhere. Yeah, so many mods today, it was hard to go over them all before the stream and try to figure out which ones look really interesting. So we'll get this hay turned over, windrowed, baled up, picked it up, bring it back to the farm, and yeah, I think I'm done with the month of May. Omatana has a lot of mods in the works. I was watching her channel just before today's stream. I try to find time to watch modders and maybe sometimes some other content creators, but between what I'm doing and testing things out when I'm not streaming or recording, and I can't be at the computer 24/7 testing everything. Sometimes I would like to be. Thanks to all that are here today. Appreciate you spending some time on your fabulous Friday watching me do some more farming on Riverbend Springs. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you want to help out the channel. Thumbs down buttons there as well. Feel free to hit that if you want to. Yeah, we did get a little hail damage in our grass field. That's why we got some grass that didn't get cut, because it reset. Well, when the hail comes through, it damages the grass, and then of course grass does regrow. So that's a stage behind all the other grass. Since we do have a forage harvester now, and of course we got the cotton module harvester, and the cotton module harvester is, well, it's undercover at the sawmill. But maybe I should be looking at, because I did look at sheds, I think it was yesterday, but now I'm going to have two pieces of equipment down there. Maybe we'll get ourselves a shed for the harvesters. And I probably should look at that, because there are a lot of sheds that came out there in the mod hub, but really didn't have a time to go through, like I said, all the mods. But maybe we can find a shed that's decent enough. And since money's not really an issue, I guess it doesn't matter if it's too expensive. Alright, drop that off. Now a windrow. The Deutz, is it the Deutz that needs repair, or is it the windrower now? Wasn't paying attention. Wouldn't surprise me if it's the Deutz, because it's got 40 hours on it, so it's going to break down rather quickly. Does need fuel as well. I haven't picked out a map yet where we're going. Maybe we weren't here at the beginning of the stream, but I was talking about last night a little bit. I was on the Discord channel, or channels. I belong to a couple of channels where it's for modders and content creators. And I was checking out, or asking around about, you know, maybe modded maps that are not on the mod hub. And a couple were suggested to me, so when I get some time, I'll have a look at them quickly. But I am thinking that the next live stream is not going to be like this one, where, at least for this stream here, Riverbend, with all the new stuff, that's why we start with a lot of money, because I wanted to get right into a lot of the new stuff and get going on it. But the next series, I think we're going to start off with, of course, a small loan, because you know me, I just can't say we're starting with this and we don't have to pay it back. We'll start with money, and then of course we'll buy land, or maybe not buy land, but at least get some starting equipment and get to work and start earning the money and build up everything from there. I'm not going to start off with buying production buildings everywhere. We'll build up on it. Hello, Sir Will. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Alright, after we windrow, we'll go pick up our forage harvester that we just purchased. And we'll bring it on over by the sawmill. We'll look at some more sheds again. Just need a shed for the cotton module harvester and the forage harvester, and that's it. But right now, I will say, I know you don't like Kalmsden too much, Skender, but that will probably right now be the map that I do the recorded series on for the pig farm. So that's going to be more, I don't want to say a laid-back series, but that's going to be more of just concentrate on the pigs and that's it. Of course, that could all change. A map could come out. Sometimes mods will get dropped on the weekend. We'll have to see. But a mod could get dropped, or I could find a map that suits the map, or the map for what I want to do better. Hello, Midwest Farmer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. these 3 little grass fields that we merged into one. Somehow it's keeping up with our... Let's see, how many animals am I technically feeding with them? Like 150... Like 225? I think it's 225 animals that we're feeding from this grass field. Alright, the Agro Star needs fuel. It's almost begging for it. Yeah, I think we're good on the windrowing. Now, looks like it's the Agro Star that does need repair. That didn't change anything when I dropped off the windrower. Don't see it comes in as a suitable map for our community. Looks too dry. Maybe I'm wrong. Just stating your opinion, which is fine. But realize people are just here for my charming wits and great personality. They don't care about the map. I remember a little bit about that when I started the Solyndra series in 22. A lot of people were like, the map's not good, it's too small or whatever. But that series did okay for views. Some people were thrilled to see a very small map. The horses not so much, but they were thrilled to see a small map. Of course, on that series, which was kind of fun, not using anything over 200 horsepower kind of restricted me, using the small stuff for a change. Let's see, 4106 to repair that. I'll repair the planter as well, even though I don't think I'll be using it again. You don't believe it's my charming wits and great personality? I thought it was just that and that alone. Alright, so before we get to the baling part of things, let's go grab the forage harvester. Just to step away from the grass field for a moment. Yeah, originally the Agro Star was going to go, but since this is our last season, we might as well just keep it here. The Forage Cruiser. Oh, the one thing I didn't check. Okay, there's a hitch at the back. Well, I own it now. I hope it hitches up to the trailer. All right, I'm going to swing by the farmyard first. just to see if the trailer hitches up to it. I don't remember what on that drawbar for the trailer, what hitch it requires. The AgroStar is pushing 60 hours, and the repair costs are still pretty low compared to the 200K price tractors. Well, yeah, because the repair cost is based on the sale price of the tractor. So since the AgroStar is 80,000, but I would assume even at 60 hours, you're probably starting to repair it just more often. Although I think, like someone mentioned yesterday, when you hit the 50-hour mark, that's when it peaks. It's not going to break down faster and faster once you go over the 50 hours, but it's probably breaking down at a decent rate still. Yes, I think this will hitch up to it. Yes, it will. All right, we're good. We're all good. And who knows, I may even pick out a map like I did on No Man's Land in 22 to where, yeah, there may be nothing on the map, but we can build our own farm, kind of like we did here, and kind of build, you know, put down factories where we want, because a lot of the factories here on Riverbend are where they're at, and I preferred buying those, but we can do some stuff like that. Oh yeah, my rice fields need flooding. Thank you, North. Did I flood? No, no. We started today in April. Yes, my rice fields need flooding. Thanks for the reminder. Trying to figure if I want to put the shed up here. Let me leave that park there for a minute, but yeah, let me go ahead and flood those rice fields if I didn't do so already. No, I have not. Get my exercise in, running over here. I'm not sure if I were to miss like the first flooding, if I would lose like half the crop or something. Alright, so yeah, glad I remembered to flood the rice fields. Yeah, let me go ahead and see. Well, that's a big shed. We don't need nothing that big for these 2 harvesters. That one only rotates at 90 degrees. That kind of sucks. I mean, something like that wouldn't be bad. Land not owned by you. So I probably could place it here. I think that'd be a good place for it, honestly. And I think I'm going to go for that shed right there. So we're just going to get rid of all these shrubbery trees with a lumberjack mod. Don't think I have to do that. Is that not a bush? Well, I mean, it's a bush, but not one I can get rid of, I guess. I think that will do. Okay, we'll go back into here. Landscaping. Let's do painting. Where? I think we went with this. Yep, that's what we went with. So let's just go ahead and get rid of all the shrubbery that's there. And then the next thing I should do is flatten the area. Why did that raise that so high? Is the land that much uneven here? Yikes. I do have the free landscape and landscape anywhere mod, so if you're wondering why I'm not getting charged for that, that's why. Oh, that is... So, wow, that shed is 24,000. This shed's 110. Okay. That shed's 35,000. And these are the real small ones. I think I'm going to go back and get this one for 110. I need to do more landscaping. Kind of intruding on the neighbor's field behind us, but they're okay with it. They are okay with it. Let me grab the chainsaw. I gotta get rid of these stumps. I had a Fiat 180 horsepower. They suck. Leaks all hydraulic parts everywhere. Actually, on the Cylinder series, I did like that Fiat tractor I was using, but I forgot what the problem was I was having with it once in a while. I had to reset it now and then. Alright. Where's that shed? It's going to be a little finicky getting out here. Let me level this out more. Because it'll be bad placing it down and finding out it's not going to sit right. Trying to go back as far as I can. Alright, that's not too bad. Go back into construction now and we'll smooth this out. Make it look a little bit better around here. As if it's in its natural habitat. There we go. Plenty of room. At least I think. Should be. And I can park other things in here if we want to, but I think that's going to be good for now. So yeah, this was covered. We'll get it a little bit more protected than that. That thing looks like it belongs in the 80s. Imagine the heat inside. Well, open the door. I'll find ways to spend our money as we keep earning it throughout the rest of the series. But I think this is a good shed for what we got here. Wait, what? Pardon me? Don't tell me the hitbox on the cotton module harvester. Why is there a clip on the cotton module harvester that much higher when it's folded up? Well, things like that make you go, well, crap. I almost said something else, but yeah, crap. I mean, I could. Wait, where was that one again? Now it's hitting there. I wonder if I can lower the ground where the shed is, which sounds weird, but this could go horrible wrong. Yeah, it just lowers the ground here, not the shed floor, which, you know, makes sense. I don't think... Right now I'm just trying something. I want to get the front end down and maybe it'll get in. And once it gets past the front part of it, it will sneak in. That's interesting. It won't even, what the heck is going on? It won't even go down in the dip. Well, that's a little frustrating. Let's get that ground level back up to the base of the shed. And then I'll smooth it back out. There's not a chance I can sneak it in by going front first, is there? Why? Why do they have a collision way up there when it's folded? I'm curious. When I unfold it, the hitbox is correct, but when it folds up, well, at least you're learning something if you got a case cotton module harvester. Yeah, don't go by the height that you're looking at. You might want to add a little bit to it. Well, I thought the shed was going to do good for us. Yeah, 55,000 is all I get back on it. I feel ripped off, man. Let's fix this mess over here. How much was that shed? So if I add another 55,000, we should be at 137. All right, we should be at 137,000. Hang on a second. Should be 137,000 buckaroos. So all I'm going to do is, well, it's been a moment since I've done this. Let's see here. This will take me just a moment. Let's see here. Should be 137,000, right? I think that sounds right. All right. Back into here. When did the game save? I'm not going to back save. I'm just going to edit the XML file. Just takes a second to do that. And we're at $137,000. Just like that. How lovely. All right, so let's try this again, but we'll pick a different shed this time, of course. That's 152 for that one. I mean, just go with the typical, this typical shed here. I mean, that should be, hang on a second. That may not fit either. Yeah, that's not going to fit. I mean, money. I mean, this shed is just, the price is great, but I just don't need nothing that big. And this really does not fit here too well. And I got to bring it all the way out to there for it to fit. I gotta bring the shit out that far. Hello, Anita. Welcome. Hope you're having a fabulous Friday. Thanks for dropping on in. This one only snaps at 90 degrees. That's 176,000 for that one. All right, we'll wait. I think that one will be fine. More than what I want to spend for a shed, but we can make that work. Let me just back this up again. If you get the power tools, you can change the money in game without editing the XML file. Yeah, I do know about the power tools. I'm kind of more waiting for the, what was it called? Easy Developer mod, which sometimes conflicted with the Power Tools mod, so I don't plan on editing XML files for money reasons, unless we run into situations like that, so to me it's not crucial to have. Alright, well that was the kind of fun of trying to put down a shed. Looked like that was going to be a beautiful shed to have, but all right, we learned. Well, I learned something anyways. All because the hitbox on the Case Cotton Module Harvester is higher than it really should be. Yep, I'm driving through this little brook. I was driving through that little brook. This is starting to go all pear-shaped. All right, let's grab up this hay and get it baled. Hello, OKS Gamer. Welcome. How's your Friday going so far? We will sell something today that will give us enough cash to buy a shed. I mean, I could look on at the mod hub, but there's so many sheds that came out today. I would hem and haw over a lot of them. Actually, that shed right there that I'm using over here, if I put down another one of those, that may work, but I'm not sure if the support beams are wide enough for the harvesters. I think that shed's only 10 grand. Not that I'm trying to save money, but what I'm saying is I can afford that one. Going good so far at work, so I guess as good as I can get. And it's a Friday. Unless you work the weekends, but it is a Friday. I may have to see how, see if that shed will work for our harvesters. It does seem kind of narrow on those support beams. And it may not be deep enough either. Get these rest of this hay picked up, and we'll jump back over there and see if that shed is something I could use. I did like that first shed though. That first shed was going to be perfect for what we had to do. One thing we can look at, I know one person here is very happy that we're keeping the Agro Star for the rest of the series, even though it's the last season. I don't think the baler has that many hours on it. Probably not even 20 hours, honestly. Yeah, you can switch to what side that wall is on that shed, but really, it's I think it's just a matter of backing into it and getting it mostly under cover. Alright, we'll spit them out, and even the bale that's in, we'll spit that out also, because this will be used for baling up the straw on the barley field next. I guess we'll use the AgroStar for picking up the bales. I mean, why not? The tractor's here, the bale trailer's here. Already got... No, that is the 6th bale that's on here. One thing I can say, that shed should be high enough. I'm just more wondering about the width. Is there any way to empty production ingredients? Not the ingredients. You can empty out the... Well, you can sell the product that you're making. But as for the ingredients you put into it, no, there's no way to empty those out unless you're using a modded one that allows you to do that. And note, Dan, have not decided where we're going after this yet. I'm hoping over the weekend I'll get some time to look at some maps. As I mentioned, I may not even use a map that's on the mod hub. I may use a map from another website or something. We'll see. I would prefer a map on the Giants mod hub. Just makes it easy for me to say, hey, this map is on the mod hub, rather than directing people to another website. Alright, the rice fields are now flooded, as we can see. You can see the water in the distance in the fields. Not when you get close to them, because then you can see the rice better, but in the distance you can see it's almost like a mirror effect. Looks like I got some hail damage in my barley field, but that's okay. The direct drill will fix that problem now. Well, I do need to bring the wool up to the spinnery, like I said, though. We're just doing that just because we're not going to be here next April to sell the fabric again. And the goat milk needs to be moved, though. So I need the international flatbed. No, it wasn't premature, because if people wanted to stay here, then I wouldn't, if the vote was the other way around, where it was the vote no, stay here, then I wouldn't have to spend time to go looking at maps. It'd be like, okay, we're staying here. Don't bother looking at maps. Now I know the vote was yes. Now it's like, it's not going to be too hard to find a map in particular to do. Hot, spicy chili. That's a good way to start your day, I think, Jason. That's the way I did it. Want to upgrade to the can factory? It is nice to have the small factories, but I think a lot of us have learned, if you didn't know already, yeah, I mean, those are only for like really small farms. If you're going to have a decent sized field, you need the canning factory. Yep, the small productions are 10% of the cost, but the production rate is at 10% of the large productions. So yeah, it does take forever to go through. I mean, what you could do, Bob, is just buy the canning production, because and just start stuffing stuff in there. I mean, Jason, it sounds like your farms are mostly like mine. I'm never going to have small enough fields where I'm going to use the small productions. I don't think. Well, no, I'm not saying just upgrade the small production. I'm just saying just buy the big production and just leave the small production there until it's through what it's through. That's what I did with my dairy production when we had it way back when. I just left it there and put down the full-size dairy productions. Small productions are meant to get you started. Well, they suck at doing that because it takes so long to process it. You're not making a lot of money off it, honestly. Just takes forever. So by the time you're actually earning money off the small production, you probably are going to have enough money to buy the large production. Yeah, I don't know where my flatbed is. It's somewhere over the rainbow, I guess. Where the heck is it? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. I must have tabbed past it once or twice. Now this is, can we not run into the milk cartons? Alright. To the goats. Oh, the eggs are just about full, so I need to empty those out as well. Let's run into those. Wonder what the egg price is doing. Because I think the canning has a lot of eggs in it. Alright, it's got 4,000. I don't want to say a lot, but I could sell the eggs. 1186 and going up. It's not great, so I think I'll just plop them to the side. Hello, Gary. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. What have you missed? Really, we bought a forage harvester and a poplar header. And other than that, we've just been selling and doing the farming stuff we always do. But the stuff out of the ordinary is spending it on a forage harvester and a poplar header. Oh, we know you can take more than that internationally. You've taken much more than that. Chili is good, but for breakfast? Well, have you ever had cold pizza for breakfast? That's even better. Nothing like rolling out of bed and opening the refrigerator door and seeing the pizza from last night. Just sitting there staring at you in the face like, yep, cold pizza for breakfast. That's what I'm having. Alright, Spinner, you get working on this. Who knows, I may sell the fabric in the future if I need some extra cash for something. Alright, let's get back on down here. Just stand back, everyone. We're going to try something. Where is that shed? What is this shed here? I mean, that's got plenty of clearance. But man, that thing is so big, it would have to come out to... Why does it say land not owned by me? Why is it saying overlaps another object? Yeah, it has to come out that far. That's too much. Alright, so height is not an issue. Hang on a second. Let me... I mean, that would fit. Is it deep enough? It's deep enough. I'm not too worried about the forage harvester. I think we're going to put this in. There we go. Let me go back in. We gotta smooth this out now. Again. All right. Where is it? There it is. Got a little bit of a bump there. That might have been where I was standing. Oh, I thought it looked like it fit in. Well, maybe what I could do for this... And the reason why I wanted the wall on that side, because that's the side the road is on. We could just park this one like this. And then we'll park the forage harvester. You guessed it. Just like that. Alright, so a couple more things I want to do. If I go to the store, construction, tools, we're going to get ourselves a pressure washer for here. Overlaps another object. No, you can fit in there. Stop it. There you go. And we're going to do this. Also want to smooth out here a little bit. And then back to here, scroll the way down near the bottom somewhere. There we go. Oh, I don't like that though too much. Alright, we gotta fix that part. Can't have a floating post. Bring that out a little bit more. Alright, then just smooth it around here. There we go, now we got support. Alright, so it took a little doing, but we got it in. And we're all set. Let's go ahead and we'll rinse this off. I mean, that mud's been on there since last November, but we'll give it a good rinse. Alright, that's not too bad. The only thing I don't have now too much, well, I think I still got enough room, is when I drop stuff off at the silo and back up my trailers. But I think I got some room in here I can sneak it on in. But that works. And it fits pretty well. And it's nice because the forage harvester just has to go there and there. And the cotton harvester just has to go down over the hill a little bit. So let's see. Back into the Agro Star, which I left at the bale shed. And we will go back and get the rest of the hay bales off the field. And bring those back and get this kind of ready for the barley harvest in June. So I'm just trying to think what else, you know, for our last season, what else I could do here other than do what we've been doing, which is farm, of course. Buying more land, not something I want to do. And I don't want to try other crops because we can do that on our next map wherever we move to. I'm talking like maybe put down sheds or something like that, but I think we got everything all set and good to go. Oh, I do need to... Yeah, I think before I skip through the month of May still, we'll grab the Kloss tractor back at the farm and grab the trailer, and I gotta dump some spinach into the cannery. Don't know how much more I got left in the silo. Wait, did I bring everything over from the silo? That might be... I better double check on the silo before I bring the trailer up here. I think I got some left over. No, it's not going to pick it up. Got to get closer than that. And grab that one. And I'll head back to the farm this way. We'll drive past the silo, jump out quickly, see how many liters of spinach I got left in the silo. I hope just maybe we might be able to see is the Sunset Farms on the next update. Maybe we'll get to see that where the sunflower field's not always a mess. 37,000 liters of spinach left, so not a whole lot, but it'll be almost 3/4 of a trailer load. So, yep, we'll get that into the cannery before we skip through to June. Year number 12. I kind of forgot that. Yep, we advanced another year. This series for sure I can say is the most years I've played on a map. Although the Pacific Northwest and FS19 may have been longer. I probably could go back to FS19 and check out that save file and see how many years I played. For For those who were not around for that series, that was a challenge of paying off a $55 million debt. So you can imagine, and that was on hard economy as well. So that took a while. I think that was the map in 19 where I modified the bale wrapper to wrap the bales at 3 times the speed, because I had a big grass field and I always had about well, I had a lot of bales. I didn't have a modified baler. I don't think that made the bales really large, so I think I was wrapping like 120 bales every time I wrapped that field. So getting a wrapper that wrapped up rather quickly was nice. All right, so now I need the Kloss tractor right there. How about that? This needs fuel, and I have not been lucky enough to get inside the trigger on this pickup. So I'm going to probably have to go to a fuel depot to top off. Wait, I do got the IBC up here. The IBC is going to have some fuel in it, so I can top off with that. So green beans should be ready in July or August. Can't remember which month. Spinach may be ready next month. Alright, now I just got to find spinach on this list. I really would like, instead of arrows right or left, I would like just a down arrow. When you hit the down arrow, it just has a drop list of what you have. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to go side to side either, but... Gotta make sure our canning factory does not run out of material. Already we got 4 pallets sitting out here ready to be sold. But we'll get to that in like July. Now let me just wiggle my way into this shed. Wonder how far of a range that IBC has. Not that far. And now I can refuel. I think I ran out of fuel in the IBC, but that's fine. The Claas has plenty of fuel in it now. So that needs to go down to the fuel station to top off, although probably got enough fuel in our tractors and equipment to go through. Yeah, we'll visit this, and I say visit it. It's my home. We're going to go home. Sleep till 8. I think I've done everything we need to. Yeah, let's just go and sleep. I think I said the sawmill had plenty of wood into it. And if it runs dry, not that big of a deal. Yep, our barley is all set. Is the spinach ready as well? Spinach is ready. Barley field is ready. Poplar's growing, cotton's growing. Yeah, I think we're all good to go. Let me just jump over to here just to get the stones in. All right, let's jump into the spinach harvester. We'll get that running. And of course, we'll just keep putting spinach into the cannery until it can't take anymore. It may take it all, though. There is rain in the forecast, and that's kind of important when you're harvesting. All right, Francesca is going to be doing the spinach harvesting, it looks like. I need the Macdon for the barley harvest. Get swathing some barley. Oh yeah, and once I get the swathing going, flood the rice fields. Alright, let me turn my beacons on. Don't think the oats are ready until July or August. But they should be ready today. I think I know that for sure. Yeah, rice fields are looking good, so even though I flooded up like halfway through the month, everything looks good there. Well, I didn't check to see if the cows needed food before I went to bed. That could have been a mistake that I've done before. I wonder how... no, the header must be in good shape because the repair status didn't go down hardly at all. So that's good enough. Alright, so we got Francesca, and looks like we got Frank again. Frank is very popular around here. Did we run out of food here? No, we did not. Alright, so we're good there. For now, anyways. Rice fields. Let's flood those. And then down here, visit that. And flooded. Okay, so that's all looking good. So yeah, the animals, yeah, they're still okay. They're fine. I mean, maybe I should top off all the animals today while things are going on. But we'll get there at some point. Still producing there. That's all looking good. Let's see. Everything here is looking okay, right? Chili, garlic, onion. So yeah, we're making the kimchi. That's all good. Noodle soup, we're out of flour, I'm guessing. Cement factory, we know that's doing thing. The cows, yep, we're going through that milk there. Do I really have 36,000 liters of milk there? Am I just making cheese, or am I making butter with that as well? Maybe I should turn on the butter. All right. Goat's milk and buffalo milk, we're going through that. Boy, did I really get that much milk in there? I guess I did. Usually I'm keeping up with the regular cow milk, but yeah, seems to be slowed down a little bit. All right, the hydroponic greenhouse needs some care. All right, so water everywhere. Okay. Toy maker is fine. Sawmill probably needs some wood today. Fabric, yeah, we're doing fine, and the wagon builder is doing fine. All right, so where is my? Yeah, well, you know what? We'll just use the Agro Star. It's here. I was gonna say where's the case, but the Agro Star is what we jumped into. I am out of liquid fertilizer, though. Now, before I start filling this greenhouse, I'm going to move that water tanker because I may be close enough. I may have actually filled the tanker here, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. The hydroponic greenhouse can run without the liquid fertilizer, but the yield's not going to be as great. Alright, I might as well go just top off this water tanker because we're here. Wow, let's go top it off for later. What time is that rain going to get here? I kind of forgot about the rain. Not until noon. Well, we should be done by, well, not at 3 times the speed. I better turn it down to ×2. I was thinking of the barley field, but we got that spinach field. That's going to take a while. $200,000 liter capacity, so it takes a second or two, but still pretty fast loading speed. It's going to take a while for that spinach harvester to fill up as well because, as we know with the headlands and those oxbow harvesters, they take a moment to go around the corners and clean those areas up. Okay, with that being said, international flatbed. Where did I leave that? Did I leave it up here at the spinnery? I did. Let's head on down to the store. I'll buy some liquid fertilizer for the hydroponic greenhouse. And there were some greenhouses on the mod hub today. I think I saw 2, maybe 3 different mods for greenhouses. And yeah, if you haven't looked in the past 3 or 4 hours, there was like 50 mods that came out today. 50. So, might be something you've been looking for, so go give them a look. Once we get the hydroponic greenhouse fully up and running, we might as well jump into the John Deere S7 harvester and start picking up that barley. All right, slide on down. Consumables. Nope, that's not where we need to be. Where are, well, pallet tanks. We can do it that way. And doesn't matter which one we get, but we're just going to get 4 of them like we always do. I wonder if I'm getting my monies back on, because right now that hydroponic is just doing lettuce. I don't know how much I'm actually making off of off of that greenhouse by doing this. But yeah, since money's not really that much of an issue anymore, it's for fun. Farmer Alex, you can find the XML files in your save game folders. But like always, if you've never done XML files before, maybe watch some videos on how to do it, and also create a backup save. So, because if you type something in the wrong spot, your save game is not going to work. So just be aware of that. Just always, if you're new to it, make a backup save file. That way, if you mess up, you got the old file there to revert back to. Alright, drop those off there. I forgot, did this water tanker? No, it was the other water tanker that actually hitched up to this truck. Not that one. Are you talking about the greenhouse, Skender? That the greenhouse with the fish? Do I have enough for both, or at least 2 pallet loads? Just about. We'll just leave that there. Okay, with that all taken care of, we can jump into our combine. What is the mod for the pin hitch for the seat? Something will hitch to it, other things won't. Things that did hitch to it at the beginning of this Farming Simulator 25. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Things that did hitch to it will not hitch to it anymore, so I am not really sure what Giants intends to do with that flatbed. It does connect to Paul Montana's water tanker. And there were a couple of ball hitch trailers I tried at the very beginning that did not even hitch up to that truck. So, yeah, I don't know. theory should work that the fish fertilize the plants and the plants waste feed the fish. Skeptical if it's 100% equal. It'll be interesting to hear the results whenever you guys get around to it. It has to be one balanced ecosystem if it does. Well, the cloths and the trailer are up at the veggie farm, and I'm just going to use that up there for taking care of the spinach. So we're just going to drive the combine over to the silo and dump things on in there for now. That works. Hello, Justin. A good Friday to you. Thanks for dropping on in. Appreciate you being here. I just realized that forecast is not for rain. I think that forecast is for hail. Heard we got some new mods today. About 50 mods dropped on the mod hub. So yeah, plenty to go through. Where do you think you're going, MacDon? Alright, I guess I'm going to have to get out of the way for you. What are you doing? Alright, headland is done. Let's just start working on the main part of the field. So, yep, just going to top off our silo with the barley. And then the rest, of course, goes to the grain mill. $14,100 is what we can hold. Wow, I didn't really use a whole lot of, oh wait, or was I just out of the trigger? I was ready to say, boy, that silo didn't take a whole lot of barley to top it back off. Yeah, it'll take the rest of the, it'll take the whole combine. And then, of course, we'll top off the chickens with the feed as well. Just having a look to see what our worker is doing up in the spinach field. Looks like they're in the southwest corner of the field, doing the cha-cha and getting the corners taken care of. I think the MacDon might be far enough forward where I can get this swath picked up. If not, well, we'll just have to move it. Alright, spinach harvester is getting full. But I think I can top off this combine before that is full up there. We'll get the MacDon off the field at least. Ex-wife used to say, act your age, and my reply was, why? Exactly, why? Does that explain why the ex-wife, or... Alright, this next swath should fill up the combine. We'll have to go up and then take care of the oxbow harvester. know why I have a hard time orienting myself to where all your farm buildings are at. I use the mini-map too much, most likely. I've been playing without the mini-map for years, so I just get used to it. I mean, if you're trying to keep track of my farm, yeah, keeping track of someone else's farm is difficult, but I'm sure with your own farm, you know where everything is. Well, John, from what you're saying, it sounds like it did help. Your ex would say video games are for children, grow up. Well, just a reminder that the people making these video games are adults. Let's top off our silo, and then should be able to feed the chickens with this as well. Maybe a little bit harder to get in there. You hear the chickens clucking away with happiness. Fresh grain right off the field. Well, that's good, Branding Iron, that you got someone that you can have that much fun with. That's the great thing in life. All right, so where did I leave off at? Somewhere down this row here. But I need to jump up in that cloth, get our trailer. Yeah, we'll get that spinach into the cannery. Three mods out of 54 that caught your eye. Well, at least you can look at it this way. At least there was mods that caught your eye, right? That car had to come around the corner at that time, didn't it? Just dented a fender with a Kloss tractor. Gotta wait for this to get kind of going down a row so I know exactly where it wants to set off at. really mess with greenhouses and all. Greenhouses are kind of like a starter project on this farm if you're just starting off small, because they're relatively cheap, and for most part they're easy to maintain, and you make a little bit of money off them. They're there just making money in the background for you. But if you know you're going to make a good amount of money real quick, then greenhouses are not really that important. Don't tell me I'm going to be in your way. Alright, come back here. I'll get Francesca back working. No, looks like Franco is going to take over. We lost Francesca. In fact, there are times we even play together in co-op like Valum and Stardew Valley. I remember Stardew Valley. Been a long time since I played that. Alright, load the spinach into here. Yeah, we'll jump back down into Skender's favorite combine of all time, the John Deere. Need to top off that second chicken coop with feed, with what we get on the next load, and then, well, either use the small trailer here or bring the cloths down and use a bigger trailer to make trips to the grain mill. They've added a lot of content to Stardew a while back. Lots of people got back into it because of the big update. It's nice to see games like that have updates after they've been out for so long. was going to say, well, I'll grab the case tractor, but I still don't remember what I did with my case tractor. Where is that thing? You might be saying to yourself, how can you lose a case tractor? Well, I don't remember where I left it. Is it up in the veggie farm shed? With the hoe, probably. May have left it there. Yeah, because I was doing weeding with that. Oh, that's right, because, yeah, yesterday, I remember now, yesterday, I put the hoe on the back of the Kloss tractor to go do some weeding, because that was the only tractor I had available at the time. And the hoe wasn't weeding at all. And that's when I realized that the Kloss tractor 3-point link was too high off the ground. And I swapped it out with the case, so I know where it is now. It's actually up here. Yeah, that's where it is. Might as well top this off with fuel. I think this one will fuel from this. There we go. Sniper Elite Series. There's a game I haven't played since the second or third edition was out. But it's been a while. So we're going to go now and get the small trailer. I guess I can convert the small trailer over. So I have paid for it, so maybe I'll put the extension on it. Let's upgrade the trailer. Customize extension, yes. Cost nothing because I've paid for it, like I said. My guy just likes that pressure washer. Oh wait, is the... Which one of these is in bad condition? Is it the trailer or... Alright, we'll just repair both. Because why not? Will you get off the pressure washer, dude? Alright, note to self, don't put the pressure washer anymore next to the repair station because every time you do that, he's going to grab the pressure washer. They're back. Should I send Big Guy to scare the kid or leave it alone? I need a quick answer. I'd say leave it alone. I mean, I would at least go see, get a feel for your daughter's reaction, and that way you kind of know. Or just put on some Leonard Skinner and have a blast. It's got to happen at some time, man. Well, upgrading this, well, we did upgrade to this John Deere S7 because this was on sale a few seasons ago. Just by having the extra larger capacity on it was definitely a plus. But also we got a bigger header when we did the rice, which was nice. All right, Samuel, thanks for being here. And yes, I will be streaming later on tonight. I'll be streaming a loft. And right now, I do think I'll be back tomorrow doing more Riverbend Springs. I think. Bob, to answer your question, I use a steering wheel and pedals. I didn't get the steering wheel and pedals for Farming Simulator. I got it for American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim at the time. But definitely do prefer a steering wheel over a keyboard. And I do have a side panel as well. But for someone who plays over 2,000 hours a farm sim per series, it's kind of important. To me, at least. So not too worried about the straw once we get this done. I can leave the straw on for... We can take care of it in July or even August. would recommend, though, if you are going to play a lot, if you're on PC and you're going to be playing a lot of Farming Simulator, an Xbox controller would be very good to have. Just makes driving around a lot easier. I remember when I got the wheel for ATS, it took me about 2 hours of gameplay just to get the feel of the steering wheel. Going from a keyboard to a steering wheel, that was a big change. What controller? I mean, if you're on PC, you just got a keyboard and mouse. An Xbox controller is going to work best. Just makes it a lot easier to steer and all that kind of stuff and run around. As I said, I use a steering wheel and a side panel. The only time you really have to use the keyboard is if I do run around the map or when I'm in the shop. But when I'm in the vehicles and moving trailers and all that kind of stuff around, I don't even touch the keyboard. Also, it makes using like a front loader, telehandler, that kind of stuff a lot easier with an Xbox controller rather than the keyboard. This field does need lime. And like I said, even though this is our last season here and I won't be harvesting the crop, we'll go ahead and prep it for another season. Especially when you're into ATS or ETS2, I think a steering wheel is almost recommended if you're going to be doing a lot of playing in that game. Just want to top off these chickens here. And then the barley is going to the grain mill. So chickens are topped off. Well, they took a whole lot. They're topped off. Silos topped off. Let's go stick this into the grain mill, shall we? Oh, beacons. Let me turn the beacons on. So not only do I need to activate the barley to be making flour, I need to reactivate the noodle soup at the cannery as well. So, grain mill, barley flour, activate, canning factory, noodle soup with flour, activate. And yeah, it's going to tell me we got no flour, but you will. They'll be good. Adam, we have no idea what exactly is going to be in the patch, but they did say bug fixes. So what you can do when the patch comes out, you can go on to Giant's website. The day it comes out, they usually put the patch notes on their website. And we can just scroll on down and see if that's part of the fix or not. But sometimes if they fix a lot of bugs, they'll just say bug fixes and won't identify what they did. Sometimes they do that. I think we got everything out of the combine. Did I not? No, we did not. Not only is this full, but now this one up here is full. ATS will be better when with the steering wheel and pedals. Definitely will be, but like I said, I need to turn wider with this setup here. At least for me anyways, when I first started using the steering wheel in ATS, the first hour or so, I was like, I'm not liking this at all. It just took me a while to get used to it, but after about a couple of hours, I have not looked back since. I love my G27 with the H-shifter. Driving around ATS makes it so much better. Yeah, John's a good promoter. He'll talk you into things. Alright, spinach harvester is good to go for like another 10 minutes. A lot better than the pea harvester, which we know I'll be babysitting every 30 seconds. Back on down here. I almost drew a blank what I was doing. Barley harvest. Let's get back to that. Which we're almost done here. Almost done with the barley harvest. What's a good set? I mean, as for a steering wheel and pedals, I think everyone's going to have a difference of what they're looking for. I mean, first off, look at your budget and see what, see what you want to spend, and then start looking around. Good night, Skender. Survive the night. And take it easy. Yeah, my steering wheel is too old to recommend because I'm not sure. There's probably only, I'm pretty sure there's not many brand new G27 steering wheels still out there. And they're probably overpriced if they are out there. And that concludes the barley harvest. Get this down to the grain mill. Let's fold up the combine, get this under the shed before the hail gets here in a couple of hours. Happy with the G29, just not the greatest for sim racing. I used to do racing games years ago, but I got out of that. More of the pedals than the wheels. I heard the wheels on the 29 were rather stiff. And I've seen people make videos or seen videos on how to adjust those. Adam, I'm not sure if they changed it for 25, but putting straw in a cow barn should give you solid manure, and you still should get slurry as well. But I haven't yet to use straw at 25, so I don't know if that's been changed, but I think you're going to get both. Brake pedal doesn't have much adjustment. Very important for racing. Brake pedal? You don't use a brake pedal while racing, you just go. Full throttle. Okay, I know use a brake pedal. I'm just I'm just saying use a brake pedal. I'm going to put this trailer right here. So let's see, what... I think we're just down to the spinach harvesting. Yes, I could bale up the straw, but it's not a big rush to get that done. Just to be sure. Yeah, we got water in the rice field, so we're good there. Oh, the sawmill. Yes, visit the sawmill. Ooh, jump for joy. We're at the sawmill. I am going to need some wood in here. So I need about 100,000 liters, so that's five trees we got to buy. One, two, three, four, five. Oh no, I'm below $100,000. I guess I could, I don't know if we'll get there. It might be kind of a long stretch of a goal, but maybe we will. But I think we can have $1 million by the end of the season. I think we might be able to get up to $1 million by the end of the year. Possible. Well, that tree fell over rather quickly. As long as we keep the cannery running, and of course we're going to have dairy products in the fall to sell, which bring in a whole bunch of cash. We're going to have a lot of green beans. Of course, the toy maker will sell a toy every 2 months. We're just only going to sell one more wagon, I think. And of course, we'll have the wood chips in January to sell, which will probably, that's when it'll be our last stream when we sell the wood chips. Don't think we'll get to see our trees that we planted across the road ever get to full height. But yeah, next live stream series, don't plan on doing any sawmill work. Don't think we'll have anything to build. We're up to 125,000. No, I haven't decided on the next map yet. I've downloaded all the maps that have come out. I've downloaded, just haven't looked at them yet. It won't be Calms and Farms for the live stream. Calms and Farms might be the recorded series for the pig farm. But there was a map that came out today. I just saw the screenshots of it. It looked, I don't want to say it looked promising, but definitely got my attention to be like, okay, that could be something. That's just looking at a couple of screenshots. That doesn't really give me a a full set down of what's to happen there. Is that all the stumps? No, there's got to be one more here, right? Nope, I must have got them all. Yep, that's them all. Speaking of the toy maker, have we sold one recently, or what's the deal? Okay, we're getting close to having another one sold. Yeah, so if you plan on playing on Riverbend Springs, or you're just barely getting started, and you do have the Sawmill running, I would definitely recommend getting this toy maker up here across from the playground. $150,000 for this production building. And on hard economy, if you have the small farmer's kiosk that you can sell to, if you don't have the small farmer's kiosk, it's $50,000 on hard economy. I think it's going to be like $90,000 or $100,000 on normal, and like $140,000 to $150,000 for a toy on easy economy. So you get your money back really quick, and it only takes 2 months to build one of these things. I think it's like 8,000 planks and 2,000 planks long it requires to build a tractor. So you're going to get your money back on this pretty darn quick, and definitely will help you expand your farm as you move along. The wagon, definitely not worth doing. We're just doing it because we had the money, we got the production buildings, and why not? So that's what we're doing there. Worker almost has a full grain tank. Let's go up there and take care of that. Oh, it's facing the right way. If I'm quick enough. Getting gear across. Let's get going. But yeah, not too bad today. We got into what should be the last harvest season. Like I said, this should be the last season. Like I said, unless the update comes out and they surprise me with the fish hatchery in the center of the map being a thing, that we're going to have to look at it, of course. But yeah, we started our last harvest season here. We bought ourselves a forage wagon and the poplar header for that. We got a shed down. Took a little doing, but we got a shed down. There's nothing wrong with playing on easy economy, Bob. Nothing at all. I mean, you've been away from the game for a little bit, so... but even if some, play the game the way you want to play. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's a good way to learn. I definitely recommend anyone that, has not played the game for years, or your FS25 is your first go at it, definitely play on easy economy, because you'll be able to buy things quicker, you'll be able to try things out. And I remember doing this way back when I first started. I was buying equipment, I bought a seed drill, and I went to a field and I tried to plant, like, why I want this plant. I didn't know the field needed to be cultivated before. And that's when I learned about direct drills. So, yeah, I was spending money left and right trying to get the right equipment. And as, as you learn more about the game and you want to start challenging yourself more, you just, that's what you got to do. And I'm trying to find ways to challenge myself to go on through. That's why I was playing hard economy, or not just hard economy, but maybe starting off with a huge debt that we got to pay back or something like that. So, yep, we got this field here. Spinach will regrow. So, I know it says needs plowing, but we don't want to plow it because the spinach will regrow. In the cannery, how are we doing on the spinach? I can put another 100,000 liters in there. So, 3 more loads I can put into the cannery, and then the rest will have to go into storage. The green beans. When are the green beans? In August. So I'm not going to have anything to harvest in July other than cutting our grass field. Yeah, so that does seem right. So July, we'll cut the grass. Probably sell stuff from the sawmill and the cannery again every 2 months. That's the best time to do it, I think. And yeah, wait, the oats. Oats might be... the oats are next month. All right, so we will have an oat harvest going on as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to let the spinach harvester do its thing a little bit. Try to get some of this done. But yeah, we'll be starting off the stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for more Riverbend Springs. And we'll see how far we get. We'll probably get to August. We should get to August in the green bean harvesting tomorrow. And let's see if at the rate we're going here. And then, of course, we get to Monday. Yeah, it's looking like maybe Tuesday. Yeah, I think Tuesday might be the last stream for us on Riverbend Springs. So, yeah, maybe 3 more streams and we'll be ending up the series, it looks like. So we'll have to wait and see. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. And then hopefully by then I'll have found where we're moving to. I thought I was going to put it to a vote, but since there's not like an extreme amount of maps out there, I think I just got to pick one, and then, or once I see a map, I can kind of decide, okay, this is the map, but what am I going to do on the map? That's what I got to figure all out. But no worries, we'll have something to go, I'm sure. But anyways, if you're still here and you haven't done so yet, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen helps me out more than you know. The thumbs down button's there as well. You're allowed to hit that if you want to. But if you do, leave me as a comment as to why you did. So maybe I can make the stream better for you next time. If you're new here, that subscribe and notification bell are there as well. So you don't want to miss out more content like this. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow for more Riverbend Springs at the same starting time. In about 3.5 hours from now, I will be back live streaming a game called The Loft. If you don't know what the game is, check out a couple of my other streams from The Loft, and it's kind of like a survival type of game. It's a little bit different than Farming Sim, of course, but you know what? Games are games. We all have our likes and dislikes, whatever. Yeah, so I'll be back in about 3.5 hours streaming that for a couple of hours at least. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here and just take a little bit of a break. And I was going to tease Skender a little bit, but he's already left because I had chili for breakfast. Maybe I was going to tell him I was going to have eggs and bacon for dinner, just to mess with him a little bit. But since he's not here, I guess it ain't going to matter. But anyways, I'm going to head out of here. So either I'll see you later on tonight, hopefully, or back tomorrow, right here, finishing up the spinach harvest and moving on to July pretty quickly. But this harvest does need to get done by noon because a hailstorm's coming. But anyways, I'm going to jump out of here, and hopefully I will see you next time. But until then, have a good one.